Hello students, welcome to our channel Bhaskara Mathematics. So this is your Subhash. I hope you people are having great time in solving the problems. So you can kindly subscribe to our channel. The name of our channel is Bhaskara Mathematics. So today's topic is very interesting, problems on missing digits while adding. Especially while adding, we'll be adding two numbers and we'll be getting some results. And in the question sometimes they will be giving some missing digits which we have to find out. So mainly target audience is students who are preparing for IOQM. Beginning problems of IOQM will be of this type, not the problems which are slightly advanced. Students who are preparing for some national entrances like CAT, AMC, AMTI and NTSC, they may get benefited from this particular lecture. So here we go. The first problem was given in European Olympiad. So let me read this particular problem. In this edition, each letter represents a digit. Different letters represent different digits. Determine the value of W into R. Viewers can pause the video here and they can try to solve on their own if they are interested. The problem was given in the junior round. So here we go. Here if you write these numbers like TWEEDE RONDE, and if you try to complete it, here we get certain possibilities. So D and E, what are the possibilities? D and E, there are three possibilities. Either it can be 5 and 6, 5 and 1, or it can be 0 and 6. These are the possibilities. So we have to explore these possibilities and see which is going to fit in that. Generally, students resort to certain brute force techniques and they try to make certain guesses if it is an objective type. But we have to find the pattern in the problem. There will be a small hint in that these problems are not that difficult. In fact, these problems belong to level 1 type, so which cater to students who are studying 8th standard or 9th standard. So let's try to explore the possibilities. So first possibility, let's see whether 5 and 6 fit into this particular one. 5, 6, 6, 6, O, N, D, E. Let's complete it. 0, 3, 1, 2. So here D and E also will be equal to 5 and 6, going with that particular assumption. So if this is so, first two digits we are going to achieve 1 and 2. So there is going to be a carry. So this is going to be 1 here. So 7, 6 plus 1, 7 should add with n in order to produce a 3. So that only happens when n is going to be equal to 6. N should be 6. So 6 plus 6, 12 plus 1, it amounts to 3. So this will not work out because 6 has been already used for the symbol E. Again, we cannot use it for N. So it doesn't work out here. So it is discarded. So because the question clearly tells each letter represents a digit, different letters represent different digits. So 56 is not the right possibility. Let's explore another possibility, that is 51. So we will put 1 1, 5 1, R O O N D O N D E O N D E. So D also will be equal to 5, and this is going to be equal to 1. So they add up producing 12, 1. So here the number exactly below n is 3. So n has to become equal to 1 in order to achieve it. So that is also not possible. Even the possibility of taking 5 and 1 also doesn't work here, because the sum exactly below n is 3. Okay. So let us say 5 and 1 yield unit digit as 2, tens digit as 1. The carry is going to be something like 1 plus n plus 1, which happens to be 3. That can be only achieved when n is 1. So this possibility also doesn't work out here. Now let's move to the last possibility, 0 and 6. Intuition says it has to work out because there is no option left for us. So let's put all the things into place. 0, 6, 6, 6, O, N, D, 0, okay, 0 and 6. So let us examine this. So 2, 1, fine. So now let us say something has to get added to n in order to produce 3. So we can mark n as 7, okay. So n is equal to 7 here. N is going to be equal to 7 here. So 7 plus 6, 3, 13, okay. So now, okay. So having said that, so here it is going to 1 is going to come as carry. 6 plus 1 7, 6 plus 1 7, okay. So E and O, then what should be the value of O in order to produce a 0? So this we can take it as 3. So again 1 comes as a carry. We have WR, okay. So now 6 and 1 and 3 add up and make 10. So 0 comes here. 1 plus W plus R has to become equal to 3. So users can pause the video and observe carefully what are the possibilities of W and R. Plus 1 yielding 3. So the possibility is either W can be equal to 8 or R can be equal to 4. So 8 plus 4 12, 12 plus 1 13. That is one possibility. Or W can be 4, R can be equal to 8. Okay. So once that is over, then after that a carry comes on the T and finally it yields 2. So T has to be equal to 1. Okay. So here W and R can be either 8 or 4 or 4 or 8. So next O is going to be equal to 3, N is going to be 7. So D is going to be equal to 0, D is going and E is going to be equal to 6. So we are able to map all the symbols. So finally W is equal to 8, R is equal to 4. The question being asked is what is the value of W into R? So it is nothing but 8 into 4, which happens to be 32. Simple problem actually, it's a very simple problem. Just a simple observation is enough to solve this particular problem. So let's move to the next problem. So this is a very interesting problem. This came in a European competition called Mathematical Numbers. It's a European mathematical competition with varying difficulties of problem. This we have taken specifically from level 1, junior level. So there are three numbers like A, B, A, B, C adding to B, C, B. Okay. Now here the result is again B, C, B. Now, can we find any patterns in this? Can we make any logical conclusions in this? Is it possible? One thing we can say, generally here also students try for brute force method by substituting some numbers, trying to see. So instead of that, let's try to find any particular small hint in this problem. If we observe carefully, here A is getting transformed to B. A is getting transformed to B. So if I put A and something is getting added to A and it is producing B, so definitely a carry is coming over A, that is 1. So A plus 1 happens to be B. means B is 1 greater than A. That is the first conclusion which we can draw. Second thing is A and B are getting added here. A and B are getting added here and they are producing a quantity called C. Okay. They are producing a quantity called C. This can only happen when there is a carry over A and B. And second thing is the minimum sum of A and B should be 9. So what I mean to say is that minimum value of A plus B, minimum of A plus B should be should be 9. So taking all these points into consideration, so what are the possibilities? A and B can be 1 and 2, or they can be 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 6 and 7. Okay. So 5 and 6, 6 and 7. So let's start examining it. Okay. So 5 and 6 doesn't yield the result. If you take 5 and 6, for example, if you take 5 and 6, so 5, 6, let us say we will add something and we will try to make it B. Again, we will not be getting C if we try with 5 and 6. It doesn't work out. Viewers can explore this particular possibility. With 5 and 6, you won't get it. Though it is going to satisfy the condition A plus 1 is equal to B, A plus B should be equal to, minimum should be equal to 9. So let's explore with 6 and 7. 6 and 7. So 6, 7 and C is making it 4. 6 and 7 with C is making it 4. Okay. So what are the possibilities? So C should be equal to 4. So A is equal to 6, B is equal to 7, C is equal to C is equal to 4. So let's try this particular possibility. 6, 7, 4. 6 and 7, 6 here. Now let's try to add these numbers. Okay. So what we get is 7 here. A carry comes here. So it produces a 4. Again a carry comes here. So it produces a 7. 747. So the correct answer is A, B, C has to be 6, 7, 4. Here we did not resort to the brute force method, but we made two clever conclusions. By making a clever conclusion that A plus 1 is going to be equal to B and minimum sum of A and B should be 9, gives us less possibilities. So we can narrow down the possibilities. Otherwise, we have to explore all the possibilities. So analytically, if you observe, definitely you will be able to find a pattern. So let's move to the next problem. That is also going to be a very interesting problem. So this is like a pyramid. In each square of the top three rows in the pyramid on the right, the number written in that square equals to sum of the numbers in two squares below it. For three of the squares, the numbers written in them are given. What numbers must be written in the square with x in it? Generally, if you see these sort of problems, again we should not try for a brute force method or trying for a substitution method of the alternatives given, because it will lead to many possibilities and it may lead to time waste also. So let's try to label the boxes with some variables. Here I have done it: A, B, C, D, E, F, and let's try to make a hierarchical tree. Here it happens to be a binary tree. So 100 is nothing but addition of E and F. E is outcome of adding C and X. F is also an outcome of adding X and D. Going further, C is outcome of adding C is outcome of adding 10 and A. X is outcome of adding A and B. X is again outcome of adding A and B. D is outcome of adding B and 12. Let's examine the entire tree once. So 100 is nothing but an outcome of adding 10, 10, A, A, B, A, B, B, 12. So hierarchically 10 and A got added and made a C. A and B added and made an X. B and 12 made a D. Similarly, C and X added to E. X and D added to F. E and F added to 100. So 100 is containing 10, A, B, B, and 12. All the leaf nodes of the binary tree are going to be in this particular thing. So let's try to make a relation. 100 is going to be equal to, let's add all the leaf nodes. So we are going to get 10 plus A plus A plus A plus B plus B plus B plus 12. So after simplification, we get 3 times A plus B is going to be equal to 78, which implies A plus B is going to be equal to 26. Sum of A plus B is 26. X is nothing but outcome of A and B here. A and B are getting added to produce an X. X is nothing but A plus B. So A plus B happens to be 26. So the value of X happens to be 26. So 26 is the right option here. So this problem came in a particular Dutch Olympiad. It was given in the junior section. So again, we are going to come with part 2 of this, where we are going to take more advanced problems in this sort of things, where it could be multiplication. Probably we may be putting some restrictions like it's a 2-digit number only, or else sometimes they may ask what are the possible number of solutions, which may involve a combinatorial approach also. So here we are going to stop at this particular point. Hope the viewers had a great time in watching this particular video, and the content in this video was very useful. So we request all the viewers to kindly subscribe to our channel Bhaskara Mathematics. In future also we are going to produce many videos. In the description link also we are going to give our email ID. Many users are saying that they want to reach us, they want to put put forth their doubts and all. Definitely we are going to take care of your doubts and we are going to solve them. So we are going to put our email ID in the description box. So thank you viewers for your valuable time.